Hey everyone, Coops here from the whole Box and Dice Metacross. A little bit more of an in-depth review focusing on the individual card types, so battle, character, and event today. We've cracked the starter, we've had a look at some of the boosters you can pick up at your local game store, so I think now is a good time to really start drilling down into the cards. How are they used, the different type of cards that you see, and just like I mentioned previously, the booster cards are a little bit more advanced than the starter, so we'll be just showing cards from the boosters rather than focusing on the starter ones to give you a full idea of exactly how the game works. Let's get to it. So we're going to start off with the Intelligence Rank 4 battle card. Now Intelligence is represented by the blue gear symbol in the top left hand corner. The number 4 shows the rank. In the top right hand corner we have the MP cost of the card, or meta point cost, which is -1, so it'll cost you 1 meta point to play this card. Now you will note that it has a shield in the text at the bottom, and the shield represents that the effect is only valid if using this card defensively. Now this doesn't mean that you can't use the card offensively to attack with a character, but the effect only comes into play if being used defensively. And in this case, the defense trigger or effect is if this card is used by a villain character, place a character from a discard pile on top of its owner's deck. Now, I will just say with these cards that there isn't actually a name for these cards. Like you can see in the bottom, they have a letter which denotes rarity, so U for uncommon here. And then it's just a number, so this is just U93. Obviously, the characters do have names, and the event cards, which you'll see later, do actually have titles to them. But the battle cards don't actually have a specific, name. So this is really just battle card, intelligence, rank 4, but it is, set number or card number 93 in the Justice League set. C32 is a 1 rank intelligence or rank 1 intelligence card with an attack trigger clause of this card can only be defended by characters with an intelligence stat, which you'll learn more about when we get through to the character part of the video. The last card is the Intelligence Rank 5 battle card with a 0 MP cost. You don't gain or lose any MP by playing this. It's a neutral, there's no attack or defense symbol on it, so whenever you play this card as a battle card, look at the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck, then place them on the top of their deck in any order. So that gives you an idea. You've seen the offense, you've seen the defense, and now a neutral card. Let's jump across into the strength battle cards. Up first, we have a rank 2 strength battle card with an MP of +3. Each player gets to draw a card. Another rank 2 battle card, but you get 2 MP off this one. If you use it defensively and you KO a character, you gain 2 MP, so potential for a total gain of 4 MP when using this card defensively. Last up is a rank 4 attack trigger card with a 0 MP gain. If the character using this card has a maximum rank of 5 or less, draw a card. The maximum rank is the highest statted ability that the character that you are using this card with. Our first special battle card is a rank 3 that will cost you 2 MP. Search your discard pile for a battle card with rank of 6 or 7 and place it in your hand. And you'll see that with the Poison Ivy, has a 6 in the top left corner. That would be a rank 6 or 7 battle card. As we said, rank 6 battle card, which will cost you 2 MP to play, but you do get to draw a card off this Poison Ivy themed battle card. And last one is a rank 1 special battle card. You don't gain any MP, but it also doesn't cost you anything for playing this one, and you get to draw a card. I wanted to show you the special intelligence and strength battle cards. This is a rank 4 and a rank 5. It has all 3 rather than obviously the ones that we've seen previously that just have the 1 stat. The rank 4 will net you 2 MP, whereas the rank 5 will cost you 2 MP. But if you do use the rank 5 one in a team attack, you get to draw 2 cards. Team attack is either something that you can do with a character's ability or at a cost of 5 MP to join your characters together to go in for a more stronger strike against your opponent. So great way to overpower your opponent or use some weaker characters to get an advantage against a stronger character. There are also event cards and other battle cards that are going to benefit when being used in a team attack. So it is a nice dynamic to have to the game. The first of our event cards, and as I mentioned, these ones are named. So the first one is Unexpected Turnaround. Costs 8 MP, and you do only get 10 MP as a maximum amount that you can collect. So this is quite an expensive use of your resources. Return all characters to their owner's hand. So just a blanket bounce effect on the board Obviously very situational, but can be extremely strong when you do need to save characters, or if you do want to slow down your opponent in terms of having them, reset their whole attack step up against you. This is a rare event card called With Friends Like These. It only costs half of the MP of the last one, so just 4 MP. KO all characters with damage attached and shuffle those attached battle cards into their owners' decks. I've had a lot of fun with a card like this, and I do like the comical expressions of Harley and Power Girl here. Another rare event card, this is Showdown for a cost of 6 meta points. Each player chooses a character under their control, then all other characters are KO'd. So you can start to see with the event cards, a lot of them do things like draw cards, but there are also some very big board effects, or obviously some very positive or negative character damaging or assisting events, depending on how you're choosing to use the card. Let's jump into the good stuff though. These are the characters. The Scarlet Speedster up first. The Flash. You gain an MP by playing this character. And the little triangle down the bottom is a push, which means this card may attack on the turn it enters play. Most other cards have, if you play Magic, you'll be familiar with Summoning Sickness, or doesn't have things like Charge if you're playing Hearthstone. So Flash effectively has haste, and you're able to obviously attack with him as the card says. The H-shaped or infinity symbol in the bottom of the Martian Manhunter is a continuous effect. It is constantly in play, effectively, as long as the character is on the board or active or in play. So this is unlike the last card where it's when the character comes into play, this is an ongoing effect. The Martian Manhunter can use any battle card when defending, so obviously a highly versatile card, and you'll learn certainly about the importance of cards that have effects like this or can use things outside of the colors or the symbols that it has printed on the card, because it makes for very, very versatile both offensive and defensive characters. I wanted to save the Green Arrow for last, as he has a strength rank of 2, an intelligence rank of 3, and a special rank of 5, which means you can use any of the battle cards as long as the rank is equal or less than to those 3 numbers. He has the circle ability, which is when you may push the character, which is effectively like attacking, but you don't actually get to attack. So when you do attack a character, you push the card, whereas Green Arrow can effectively push himself without moving to combat, and you can place a battle card from your hand with maximum rank of 5 or less to a target character. So without risking any kind of crackback, without risking being blocked by a character, you can push or tap the Green Arrow, which means turning the card sideways, and you can effectively place a 5 or less ranked battle card on one of your opponent's creatures. And of course, when I say creatures, I mean characters. Sorry. So now you've got to see the starter deck, the cards that are included. You've seen us open up some packs. We've now talked about the different type of cards in Metacross. So hopefully you've got a good idea of how the cards, in terms of work, in terms of the classifications and categories that they fall into. Obviously the character cards is how you do your damage, and each of them have, certain abilities, whether it's, support cards or the aggressive cards or the defensive cards. Some of them are very heavily statted in just one thing, so you might have a 6 or 7, strength, but others have a really good spread of all 3 stats, and we will talk about the benefits and weaknesses potentially of those cards in our next video when we start diving into gameplay and the rulings and how the mechanics of the game actually bring it all together. Obviously, you now understand how event cards works in terms of your spending. I guess the meta points, whilst you use them for battle cards as well, you use a lot more meta points on average for an event card, but they do have some very, very powerful effects on the game. And the battle cards, which are required to both attack or defend with a prepped character, you can now see how you can just begin to see kind of how you need to structure your deck in terms of making sure you have characters that share similar ranked stats so that you can get the maximum value and the maximum versatility out of the battle cards that you are running in your deck. So that pretty much wraps it up for this part of our Metacross review video series. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I've been Coops. This is the whole box and dice. Stick close to the channel for more Metacross. For those of you who don't know, after we move on from the Justice League IP, the next is going to be Attack on Titan. So it's really cool that they are, Metacross and Panini are really branching out and ticking off some huge either animes or just like pop culture genres or artistic genres in terms of comic books. So excited to see where the game's going. I think the art is one of the, if not most appealing things of this game, and I can't wait to see what they do with something like an anime-based set. Peace.